It's almost Wednesday already. If I was a permanent marker, so the permanent marker that you write on paper, and someone accidentally wrote with me on a whiteboard, wouldn't that feel so great? Like the nice smooth surface of the rough paper. Put your bets in. Do you think it's gonna rain today? I think so. Look at that cloud. So the answer to the question, if it was gonna rain, is yes. It's not raining. But I don't know if there's many things that are better in this world than, oh, is that tram? That's tram. That are better in this world than running in the rain during summer when it's hot. So I'm having a good time. I got another half an hour in. So yeah. Quite a magical experience because the trees, as you can see, are keeping me in this canopy, and then this getting all wet. It's really beautiful and it smells so nice. I'm really enjoying this. Good morning. It's around about 8:20 now. It's just raining a little bit. I'm waiting for the rain to end before I head to university. I hope you enjoyed my little running montage as much as I did. I really enjoyed it. Even my stupid cap. It's really good for the rain not going in my eyes, and then it's also good for the sun not going in my eyes, and sometimes when it snows it's also good for not getting the snow. Anyway, I digress. Today we're going to I'm going to do a little bit of, I guess, an argument. What's the right word? Core inquiry. I thought that's quite a cool word to use. And it's effectively on the notion of how much does predictive language shape what we say? And what does it mean for how we express ourselves? And when I say predictive language, I mean when you're typing on your phone and it autocompletes, or when you go on Google and you type, oh wait, who uses Google anymore? When you go on ChatGPT and sometimes it autocompletes, well, I guess, yeah, Google has Google AI, so you type and then it autocompletes. I'm talking about that predictive stuff. That's all AI. So I'm gonna argue it's changing us. So yeah, I'll check you throughout the day. Okay, so I was giving examples earlier of autocomplete, and I forgot, like on our phones, on our keyboards, there's autocomplete there all the time. And this autocomplete or predictive text is so normalized in society today that we don't even know that it's there. So that's point number one. It's integrated quite deeply into our technological existence. And because of this integration that it's kind of embedded in everything to do, it's so easy, it's so convenient, and it seems to know me because it has been trained on my language, especially on your phone. It's just too convenient to even think of the next word. I'd rather just use the one that I predicted, even if it's not the exact one that I was choosing. And the crazy thing about that is I don't necessarily second guess it. Maybe it wasn't the initial word that I was thinking, but I send it and I don't give it a second thought and I continue with my life. Are philosophers and linguists out there that claim that language actually shapes our thinking. Now, if you choose the word good instead of awesome to describe an experience, that's how you remember this experience. Now, the choice is that in our laziness to check, oh, okay, cool, instead of using the word awesome, it uses good. It changes how we remember it, changes the experience, and changes innately our thinking over like the long term. So it plays a part. So machine prediction is actually based on patterns, not on people. So this autocomplete is an aggregate of everybody, not a specific for Bianca. It doesn't necessarily know what I mean, it knows what people like me would normally say. And that's the key difference, is it doesn't know Bianca loves these words. It's an aggregate. Yes, it's fine-tuned to me,
but it is an aggregate. Okay, so it's not about explicitly me or changing me right then and there. It's actually the aggregate over time. So over time, when I start using the word good instead of awesome, eventually that builds up into what I will say next time. And it is the time in using that that causes a shift. Obviously, this can happen in a lot of other ways in life too. If you start hanging out with someone that uses a certain catchphrase or whatever, that starts becoming embedded in your language too. And that may, in the long term, affect your identity. Came outside a little bit to clear my head, having a little bit of a tea break outside. This is what it currently looks like because it's been raining and it's summer holidays now, so this bicycle shed is kind of empty, but usually it's packed full of bicycles. So yeah, pretty crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my tea. So it's home time now, but what I'm saying about this is that your voice doesn't necessarily vanish. Like, it doesn't go away, but it changes. There's something about how in the long term, maybe Bianca expressed herself in this way and now she starts expressing herself in this way because of the technological influence. Oh, and that is kind of scary. And then you become like less personal when you're talking to people over text or even when you're Googling things or all of this kind of stuff. And that in itself, I guess it's okay, but it changes a lot of the time. Our connection to our people is via text and stuff, and this changes. We start guessing, is Bianca angry? Is she not angry? Or is she just answering like the algorithm told her to? So yeah. Okay, so I'm back home now and I've got dinner in the oven, you can see over there. But I thought I'd wrap up our discussion that we were having today about autocomplete and predictive text. Autocomplete doesn't steal your voice, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you start using it more and more often, your voice stops sounding like you and starts sounding like everybody else. And it's not because you choose to actively change this, it's because you stopped noticing that you could choose to not use it. Now, it's difficult to not use this predictive tests. We are hardwired, or technology is hardwired for efficiency, and it's so much easier for me to click the first letter and then it automatically has a word there and I'm like, that's exactly what I'm saying. But I think we just need to realize what we're actually doing. So maybe it's not about resisting every suggestion that exists there. Maybe it's about remembering to finish our own sentences. I'm gonna go eat my dinner once it's done. I edit this video and then yeah, I'll come at you with a little bit of a thought experiment later. It's an interesting one. So we're having a pork chop for dinner, and for those of you who are not South African, you will not know about, okay, this has been destroyed, but this is Mrs. Ball's chutney. This stuff is great and should be used on it, most things. It's just, sometimes you can get it, see there's my pork chop that I marinated this morning. You can get it at Lidl during Africa Week, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise it's all over back home. But this is my cabbage. It looks quite sad, but cabbage and pork go really well together.
20 minutes later.
Okay, it doesn't look that appetizing, but I'm sure it'll taste really nice. I almost forgot to say good night. How rude of me. So today's thought experiment is called the typing partner. Every time you write a message, your phone suggests the next word before you even think about it. You didn't ask for the help, but the suggestion is close enough, so you just tap it. Then the next one, and then the next. Soon the whole sentence is done. You didn't write it exactly, but you didn't stop it either. Now here's the question. If you keep doing that, day after day, are you still choosing your words? Or just agreeing to what's being predicted for you? And if it still sounds like you, how would you even know the difference? Tomorrow is Thursday, and the day after that is Friday. See you then.